All right. Well, good morning. Another episode of Yes Way Jose. And I am the glorious, the ultimate.
He just keeps adding things to
Yeah,
his
I like
title.
it.
Glorious and
So
ultimate.
let me ask you a question. Can we put that on a business card?
He's like, I am the alpha and
I am.
omega.
Yes. I'm it. I'm it. This is my show. It's my show.
Cards.
What?
I don't think we have business cards.
Let's get some
Oh,
fun.
yeah, no, we do. Yeah,
Hey, let's get some fundraising and get me some cards. I mean, I want the business card this long.
We'll get right on it.
When you're not doing this, okay, this is a full-time job.
I saw somebody stole my sign from McDonald's. Or I used to have a sign.
I know.
It's gone.
So I got that all cleaned up too. I'm not going to put any signs there because I want you to come into that part and all nice. Anyway, so good morning to everybody here.
So Jose stole your sign.
Yeah, Jose stole my sign. Where's
the
it
sign?
at?
So our guest is already telling them I'm stealing signs. What is that? Anyway, good morning. Listen, first of all, just a couple grocery lists. We have an email address that we need to make sure everybody knows.
Yeah, yeswayjosemail@gmail.com.
Ooh, nailed it. All right, they've been practicing a long time.
Soundboard.
Yeah. Think. But anyway, so we do want you to know the email address is out there, but we want people to know that every time we talk about the show is please tell us, don't hurt my feelings.
You can hurt his feelings. I don't care.
I'll
I'll still relay the message.
What? Hold on, hurt my feelings?
Yeah.
It might be funnier.
Did I bring him?
Yeah.
Did I bring him today? I know.
Yeah, there you go. It's hard to hurt them. So
yeah, if you don't have them.
give it a try.
All right. Anyway, we do really want your feedback. We want people to know that this show is about letting people know what's going on in our community. We bring on guests. We got a good guest for you today. We want you guys to get the idea is that we want to hear from you. We want you to know that whatever we can do in our community to make it better, we're always going to be on the top of the list to make sure we hear from you. So anyway, good morning. I have my full-time staff, two guys here. And did you guys get paid enough to do this show?
Sure.
That's a good answer.
mean, if you're asking me.
And we weren't. We were asking your older brother.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, well, good morning. Listen, this episode will be January, late January, probably somewhere there.
This one might be in February. I'd have to look at my calendar.
It could be Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
We could be saying, I hope you have a good Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we're building up a big bank now. We're gonna have to start doing like every other week and do two. That way we're not. Well, otherwise we're going to be recording episodes in February that are coming out in like June.
And then we got another calendar like, hey, happy June for you.
Happy 2026.
Anyway, so we got a lot of things going on. Can I mention the Aquatic Center now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You okay with that, Eli?
Fine about me.
Okay, just making sure you guys are okay.
He has to do it.
I have to do it, so let's get it out of the way.
Might as well get it out of the way.
Hey, so in February, they're going to bring steel to start putting the structure up there. Isn't that cool?
Cool.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. Because once people start see what's going on, it creates the excitement. All this backroom stuff and Zoom meetings and designs and budgets. Now things are getting done where people go, oh.
Yeah, once you see like a vertical building, it's like, that's actually getting built.
Yes,
it's not just an empty
it's just
parking
not
lot.
the mayor doing this.
Yeah. It's not just a gated off part of the.
It always looks fancy when you put a fence around things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, also, too, one thing, if you go to the park now, on the Frankie Simon side, you're going to see heavy construction. They are starting the stormwater line, which we talk about all the things in the park, but we know water is a real pain in Shepherdsville, 65% of the city. So what we're doing is that's the first leg. That phase is going to be a 96-inch pipe that will run from 44 all the way to the river.
I was going to say, they're Louisville Water? Something's running something.
Yeah, they're doing that to Blue Oval.
Already,
no, they're going to Blue Oval.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's for the Blue Oval. They need water down there. But anyway, so for us, this stormwater piece is going to be connected to the Blue Lake piece. And depending on what kind of money we get for that, we're actually going to run all that water. You see how always like water in front of Shepherdsville and middle Bullet Lick? The water, it may be a half inch of rain, looks like two little small ponds. Yeah. So it's because that water doesn't drain right. And so we're putting up another line from Blue Lick to 44 to the river. So all that water moves out because it affects all that Blue Lick all the way up to Chillicothe.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's a 25% of our water problem is right in that area, and it just keeps floating everywhere.
Residents of Mallard Lake are going to love that.
Oh, they're going to love it. I might actually get a Christmas card from somebody out of there.
Yeah.
I'm going for the Christmas card next year.
I was going to say, it must be getting better because I haven't seen in front of Troutman's turn into a pool in a while.
We have some things we've done. No, but it is the biggest challenge. And we think about all these cool projects we're doing. But this water thing has really got to be a big thing. Traffic, still, I can't make 44 lanes. But I do think for us,
we could.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
We would. Anyway, so look, good morning. We got our grocery list done. We've got a great guest. Amelia's on with us. And hello, Miss Amelia Curry. Come on in. And anyway, so Amelia's going to tell you a little bit about herself and her business. And then we'll just ask her 1,236 questions.
I don't think we have time for that.
We don't have time for that? All right. Good morning, Amelia.
Good morning.
So would you just like to tell everybody a little bit about yourself? And I know most people, okay, if you don't know Amelia, under a rock, maybe?
Under a rock.
Yeah, if they don't know who
If they
you
didn't,
are.
yeah, they're definitely living underneath a rock if they don't know Amilia Curry.
That's right. All right.
Or maybe they just don't have hair.
Oh yeah, maybe we don't go to. So tell them about your business and tell them about yourself and your kids and family and all that
All
stuff.
right. Well, my name is Amilia Curry. I am a Shepherdsville native, and I have been the proud owner of Wildflower Salon for the past 14 years.
14 years.
Yeah,
We're not going there, guys.
We're right there on Buckman Street.
Maybe braid these three on top.
been there
And
one
can do
time.
anything with
You're
this.
getting thin up there.
Thank you for noticing.
I think my dad goes there sometimes.
Hey, stop.
He has before.
Does he have
Rub
hair?
his
Right.
face in it.
Nice.
The salon.
14 years. 14
yeah,
years.
14
All right.
years.
All right.
I've seen a lot of change on Buckman Street over the last 14 years.
No, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that but speaking of water, all the flooding that's happened down through there over the years have really created some problems for some of the structures.
I used to live in Mallard Lake. I could tell you about that water,
Oh, yeah.
standing. So most certainly. I am a Shepherdsville native, and I have two wonderful children. I have Michael and Emily, and they both go to school out here in Shepherdsville. Michael is 17.
Oh, wow.
And he's
Wow.
driving. And
You
we
okay with the
got-
driving?
No, not so much.
That tick she has. That tick she
Yeah.
has now.
I have like a whole new line of worries and fears.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And I've never tracked like my children until now, and I have like an AirTag in the car.
okay. Okay.
I track his phone,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, he stopped.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
While you're cutting hair, and it goes whoop.
Is he in a
Yeah.
parking lot or is he on the road? Did he get in a wreck?
Yeah.
It's like my
That is
mom.
most certainly.
And M.
Emily is Emily. She is going to school at Roby.
Huh?
I am really excited about some of the things that we've had happen over at Roby. We now have services from the deaf and hard of hearing for my Emily.
Oh, wow.
That is very
Wow.
big.
That's awesome.
So we
That's
have
awesome.
Dr. Scott and I have been working really hard on getting services for Emily and her hearing impairment. So I'm really excited about that. So I can say both of them are, thriving and jiving. We just had Christmas,
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I seen them at all after they opened their presents.
Yeah, that's what that's all about.
Yeah.
You know, right? They have to be somewhat good until Christmas. After Christmas, see you.
Yeah.
Bye now. Bye now.
All right, I'm
What's
gonna
your name?
go play
Like
with
they
these toys.
opened their
Yeah.
presents, they opened their presents, and then they just disappeared to their rooms. And then I was like, I guess I did good. I guess I did all right.
Didn't have
I
any complaints.
get an
No.
A+ from Mom Day for
Yeah. I
Christmas.
took down the Christmas tree
Oh, really?
on Christmas Day.
Oh, wow.
Because I was just like sitting there like, what do I do? Like, okay, let's clean up the wrapping paper,
Sure.
and then that led to like, let's take off the ornaments. Let's start this process.
Well, let's schedule to go to my house and knock it out. If you're in that mood, and take down trees.
Well, no, I'm already done. I'm
you're done.
done.
Oh, you're done.
I'm
No more
done.
trees. No more trees.
I'm really looking forward to Shepherdsville Chiropractic opening up this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. No, I took down all the Christmas trees, and like dinner time, I hollered for them. I'm like, "Hey, dinner's done. You guys come in here." And Emily comes walking through the house, and she's like, "Where'd the Christmas tree go?"
Mom took the tree
And I'm
down.
like, "That's how long they were in the room."
Oh, wow.
Like they didn't even notice. Like they didn't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I guess we did all right. Santa did good this year.
So,
So-
it is. I think obviously Christmas is good for a lot of folks, and again, there are things in our community we do try, and one of the things I like about Amilia, I do want you to finish up about more about the beauty salon.
All right, the
Yeah, that's
salon.
kinda
We're
cool.
right there at 195 North Buckman Street. We are a 5-chair hair salon. We offer hair services, not nail services, but hair services and facial waxing.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
Hey, there you go.
I'm
there
going
you
to
go.
send you
I
two.
could use that.
See, Eli's going. Yeah, you need one. You'll have one to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Hook up with
And
them.
we're there Tuesday through Saturday. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you have 14 years. Obviously, you've been very successful there because you
Yeah.
don't stay in that business if you're not successful.
Right,
Just
yeah,
you guys.
yeah. It's
know
kind of
that.
like the restaurant
It's kind of the math.
business.
Yeah.
If you're not good at it, you're going to stay there for 14 years.
Yeah.
So I think obviously you're a resident here. You've been here all your life, right?
Yes and no. I mean, I moved away for about 5 years.
Okay.
After high school, and I went to school. I moved away for 5 years. I ventured down into Tennessee. I lived in Nashville for a few
Oh,
years.
okay. Fun town.
So
Fun town.
yeah, very fun town. And then I came back to be with my family. My mother passed away, and it was time for me to come home.
To take care of business. And
Yeah.
I think the thing for me that we've talked, and one of the things I want you to know about me is one of the things that I truly, really appreciate. When you want something done, you just kind of grab Amilia and she just goes, does it. You don't need anything else. Don't give her any instructions. Just go tell her what the objective is.
Give me the outline.
Just give her the outline. Just give her that. She
Yeah.
did a real great job with us last year. We did our Spooktacular.
I know that was our first
Great-
time working
yeah,
together.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was really
okay.
good. She did a great job with that, and I've gotten a chance to do some things with her in the past. I think the key is we want people like Amilia, who not only is a local business owner, but also wants to see this community grow. go. And you
Yeah.
got kids that want to do things here too. We don't want to have to go to Louisville or E-Town.
My kid is actually very excited about the aquatic center.
That's cool. Man, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Our pool closed November 1st because my kids swam in October.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yes. So the fact that we're going to have a year-long, pool,
Yeah.
she's going to be about it.
Well, we want to make sure that it really, and I think the biggest thing, not only for the folks that in our community here in the county, it's a regional aspect of as far as the aquatic center, but what we want to do is have more things here, so we're not driving 30 minutes to go to E-Town or Louisville. Listen, nothing against neither one of them. I grew up in Hardin County. I get it. But why don't we have a 10-minute drive to get to where we want to get, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be keep talking about full-service restaurants and better shopping, right? Things that we can do here. Nothing against what we have as far as we got Troutman's, which is a great facility here. I get all my shirts there.
I was in there on Christmas Eve.
That's a day after Thanksgiving is a wow.
I can imagine.
It's a crazy time.
I was going to say, I saw Crystal on Facebook the other day making moves. She was trying to figure out who owns Big Lot. That Big Lot's
Oh
building.
yeah. So that's another show, but we got all kinds of good stuff to talk about there.
Yeah.
But I do think for Amilia and many others that live here, we've had the same right? It's like it's been years of, when I talk to people when I was running for mayor, the biggest thing I heard was, we like it out here. It's kind of quaint, but you got nothing for folks.
When you were running for mayor, the first time we met was over at the deli. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
He was talking,
Right.
and I listened.
He does that a lot.
And I listened, and then I just said, okay, these are my problems. These are my complaints. This is what I like. Now, what are you going to do about it?
And
And he was like, oh. I don't think he was actually like expecting
I wasn't ready
me.
for Amelia.
No, I don't think he was.
I got Amelia, but I was not ready. Because a lot of people you talk to, they're not Amelia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do no.
Yeah.
No, and it's okay because really there's a lot of dance and song that people do.
Yeah.
She ain't got time for that.
No.
Right,
And I think it's important that people do actually have it. Sometimes it's taken off as negative.
Yeah.
But you know what? You really know, and then it really is.
I'm very direct.
Oh, there's no question about that. And
Yeah.
I think
it's either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people like it. I think I have a lot more fans than I have haters. So
I think
does that matter?
Yes.
right.
Yeah. When we start adding them up, as long as we've got the numbers better on the people that like us, we're winning. We're winning.
Well, it's just like I make a list of things that I want to get done, and it's just like you just punch them off, and it's like like as for Shepherdsville and the city, like with my issues with things, if you've ever noticed when I come to you, I always have like, okay, this line, we got to talk about this. And then you're like, okay, got an answer for that. Okay, then let's go to the next item. And it's constant, even down to like my side of Buckman Street. I want to say my side of Buckman Street, or where Kyle and I and Loomis Spa are at, the North Buckman Street area. We have been almost like forgotten about.
Yeah.
That was a big concern of mine when I came to you, and I feel like Buckman Street, from that 44 light, it's so divided. We have Loomis Spa. She has a beautiful, beautiful building.
It's a great looking building. Yeah,
I would love to see that parade come down Buckman Street and kind of see all of the businesses.
Yeah, that's a struggle a little bit for us because it's always been that way.
Yeah.
We'll look at it. I think it's just from a traffic standpoint because how much we take up. Because really, 61.
We have that parking lot across the street there where you could totally capitalize on.
Yeah, if we did it there, that obviously coming down 44 has kind of been that way. Those are things that we'll always look at. I think that the biggest thing is I don't mind hearing what Amilia or anybody else says. We've got to take a look at it, what's practical.
Yeah.
And sometimes it isn't. And so it doesn't matter. What the biggest thing is, I'd rather hear from people. What I don't like, and this we can bring this up because I think it's important when we talk about these podcasts, is I would rather have somebody like Amilia sit across the table from me and tell me what she thinks instead of getting on Facebook.
Yeah,
because on Facebook,
I'm not a keyboard warrior.
Yeah, no, and I would appreciate this conversation because then I know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at that project, and we talk about these things. We know that we'd like to see more encompassing of more of that, but the cost is kind of cut it off. That 44 is kind of like that part of the pie.
Yeah.
There's two pieces of the pie, and it is phase 2. But
hey, we got Christmas decorations on.
I know.
North side of Buckman Street.
Well, the cool thing about the North Buckman too is because it's a little more of a blank canvas. Like the south side, you're trying to restore all the old buildings and stuff. On the north side, there's room to kind of build some stuff.
Yeah, there's
some cool stuff over there.
And it's going to be kind of what I call a public-private relationship because there are things that we're going to try to do. Connectivity. We want more sidewalks to be able to walk around our town, right? Because we can't do that now. And so in the first 2 years, we think about things that we've accomplished. we have a lot more we're going to do over the next 8 and 12 years. And if you think like that, all these things are going to come to fruition. The water is an issue. We talked about that, trying to find real ways to get that taken care of. Traffic, we need another bypass. We need something on the 65 east side from 480 to 44, which then connects to Bells Mill, to Preston, to Gene Snyder. Yeah. We've got to be able to get that, because we can't just have every time an accident happens on 65, what happens to Buckman?
Oh, it backs up. I can tell you the afternoon traffic report of 65 by just peeking out the window at the Salon.
Same thing I could do here. It was backed up here yesterday watching the traffic. So we know those are opportunities for us, but what we don't want to do is we don't want to have things for families. You know, we got our skate park that's going to open next spring right next door to the city hall. A good start for kids to be in a safe place so they can enjoy doing things like this, right? Moms can feel good that you got a mayor and a fire department on this side, a police department on the other side. It's all going to be gated. It's all going to be make sure it's monitored. I got 24/7. I've got my fire department just walking around, make sure the kids are safe. So we have a lot of things that won't get vandalized, which you see that with some of these skate parks. You see the criminal activity around. Well, that's not going to happen next door to City Hall. And so I try to think of what parents would like to see for their kids to have activities. But if you don't have them, we have a small one in Hillview, and we got the one in Mount Washington. Well, for people who live in Shepherdsville, that's a little bit of a distance. Sometimes that traffic going across 44 to Mount Washington, that's a 20, 25-minute drive depending on traffic.
Yeah, I was going to say about that overpass, like the people living like down Cedar Grove and stuff, I can't imagine if you had to get somewhere on the east side of Shepherdsville and you have to come all the way down to Shepherdsville and come all the way. Like, it'd be so much better if there was just a bridge right there.
So we are looking at those things. That is money.
I want to see ballparks out here.
Oh, we got that working.
I want to see ballparks because that drive. So if your child plays ball in Mount Washington, they have very nice fields.
Yes, they do.
But on a Saturday morning from my neighborhood, right there on 44, to Mount Washington ball field, it's like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah. So God forbid 44 is backed up.
Yes, it's like, oh God, hold on, put your cleats on in the car, we got to go. You know,
I think this is great because I think people are listening to exactly the concerns that we're addressing. You know, we can't talk about some of these are private investment, but we brought t-ball, baseball, and softball back to this community. It wasn't here for 5 years.
Yeah.
You had to go to Hillview, Mount Washington. Now, our programs are decent programs. We got Tommy and Ken working on what they were utilizing the fields in the park. We fixed the ones up at Roby, but the noise is so loud off of 65. You can't even talk to the kids. It's so loud. So we're working all that in the park right now temporarily. But when those two guys brought their program here, we discussed having our own complex like Mount Washington has. And so we're in property. There's property now available to us. We're in conversations with Tommy and Ken and another individual, and that could be in the next 2 years. So that's kind of exciting to see that we are looking at these things. But see, you're one of many people that think the same way that we think about things. Why should we have to go anywhere else for some of the basic things that you see in small towns?
Right.
I mean, this is what we want, right?
Yeah.
And so for me,
the little league sports are what's going to filter into our high school.
That's exactly right.
So, we got to build these kids up, and we have to give them something to do.
See,
that's the big thing. Is
did you
give
see
them
that?
something to do.
Hey, did you see that? I didn't pay her to say any of that. She just did that on her own. Man, I didn't have to pay her for anything. Because I think Amilia does have the same passion that a lot of people have. We want our families to actually know that we need things here. I ran on that because I think that's what's been missing out here. When you put an aquatic center in and you put the amphitheater, our amphitheater is going to be just like Mount Washington's, where we're going to have free concerts just like they do. So we'll rotate with them. So you can go one Friday night here in Shepherdsville, you go one in Mount Washington. We want to be good partners with them. They're a great city, but they've been investing their money over the last 25 years. What have we done?
Nothing. Barely.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's a tough way to look at it, but that's what. And again, we talked about making friends here and making people like us and want. But we got to do what's right. What's been missing is we're accelerating a lot of that stuff very quickly, and it's a lot. We've got a lot going on in the city in a very short period of time. These next 2 years, hold on to your hat, because it's going to be that kind of busy with this construction, and that's going to be the things that we need for our families here. And guess what? We are going to grow. People want a reason to live here. They like it here. Our park has so much potential.
Yeah.
I mean, we're putting a 5K in there to have nice walking trails. We're going to have where they can take all the schools can go through the park and do a field trip.
Have you talked to Faith lately?
No, we're working on stuff. We got all kinds of
she and I are working.
Okay.
Let me tell you about what we just did.
with the swing.
We are very excited about this swing.
Right.
Okay, so I have a beautiful, beautiful client family, Kathy and Mark Sweat, and they recently lost their son, and he was a graduate of Bullitt Central, and his name's Justin Sweat.
Yeah, it's a great story.
And Justin's mom and dad, we decided to help get them a park bench for the new park in memory of him. So we have the funds secured. We were able to secure the funds due to.
She had it done like in 10 minutes.
I did.
That's
I was so excited. I was
She just gets
so
things done.
excited. I was like,
No, she did a good,
we want
really
this.
good job with
We
this.
want this, and we have to figure out how we're going to pay for this. And so I made like a Facebook post and a GoFundMe. And within literally I don't even think it was like 12 hours, we reached our goal.
Yep.
GoFundMe got shut down.
Yep.
And we were like, oh, we get a park bench.
Yeah. And
So I'm really excited, though, for Mark and Kathy. So, whenever they need to think of their son, he's going to be buried in Arlington National Cemetery. So it's not like they're going to be able to go to a graveside and visit their child. They can go to the park and sit on their bench.
that's cool.
And then, like you and I, we went to Bullitt Central, and, you might know Justin. And as you're walking through the park with your family or your dog or whatever, you can see his name and go, oh, wow, I do remember him.
Right,
and so,
yeah.
his name will not be forgotten. So I really am excited about that.
I think, and this is what I really appreciate, because I got to talk to them, and they were just wonderful people, and
They're the sweetest.
They are, and I know they're your customers as well. But it's with me, what I want to do is, and what I want her to work on with you is this, because we have so many places we can do things. We want to be consistent. We've changed the dynamics. If you've already seen in the park all the different changes we've made, the focus I wanted for her and for you is these type of things, these memorials. Okay, we're doing one for Jessica Dishon and her family.
That's exciting.
Yeah, right there behind the baseball fields where you go the backside. We've started that mulch trail back there. When you look
The
at
baseball field over beside Roby?
no, over there on the park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the park side. I'm sorry.
I don't have a kid that plays baseball.
Yeah, no worries. But
We're like soccer, basketball kind of family.
it's all good.
okay.
So and behind those two baseball fields, there's a trail that walks back, and right at that trail on Frankie Simon, and that trail is where we're going to put a memorial for her.
Awesome.
And so we've met with the family about 5-6 months ago, and I told them once we start to developing there, they're going to do that. So that's the stuff I want her, Faith, to work on with you, because this is the stuff that people want. They want to be able to walk through the park, like you said.
Faith's energy.
Yep. I think if you guys keep doing that, that'll be a nice piece to put into that park, because we are doing so many things for that park. But I want people to enjoy, like you just said, being able to remember your loved one. If you can't go to Arlington, right? In this case, so it's a great thing, and those are things that I want people to own. They want them, because you start to see that this community. We did a winter fest. We did all different activities in the park. Look how busy it is.
I was very impressed with the parade this year. I've been to parades. Did you go to the parade?
I did not. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
I have been to some of the parades in the past. So was it great?
We had,
I was
we had 50,
okay.
We had 50 floats.
Oh
Okay,
my!
yeah.
I was not prepared for that.
Okay.
I thought okay, jump in the car, Emily. I don't even know. We had something else we did.
Yeah.
We were coming from, we had went to the Mega Caverns this year.
Oh,
We did like a trolley tour of the Mega Caverns. The Mega Caverns stepped up their game this year too.
Okay.
So we had done that afternoon, and we came over to the city park, and I was like, all right, we'll do the parade, and then we'll go grab dinner. 1 hour later.
Yeah, because it was long. It was like 115 vehicles.
I was very
really?
the
Oh, wow.
crowd though. You had a crowd this year. We
yeah.
there was a crowd.
Yeah.
Last year
there
was
was
huge,
lots
too,
of
but this was-
floats,
yeah.
and the floats are really cute. I mean,
did you see Woody?
I did see Woody. I did
see
see
Woody?
Woody. I did see Woody.
I had Pete with me too.
I saw the pictures. I saw pictures.
Yeah.
And and then I was confused on the light up Shepherdsville part because
Yeah.
of where the construction was, but it all worked out. It was all fabulous.
Yeah.
It was fairly nice.
So
I
what
will
we're
say, we did drive through the park. Is that the park was the light up Shepherdsville? I'm assuming.
we
right?
lit up that the other.
Yeah, we
lit
drove
up.
through there at one point with the kids, and they loved that.
Yeah, it's
They
cool.
thought that
And we're
was
going to
really
keep
cool.
adding to
Yeah.
that. We're going to add a whole bunch of more Christmas decorations up in front of Wendy's. I'm going to
Yeah.
light that corner up.
Oh, okay,
I would
yeah,
like to
that'd be
see a lot come down Buckman Street.
Yeah.
Like, did you drive through Mount Washington?
Yeah, but that road they own. We don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
so
don't own
We
our
don't own
road?
61. Yeah, it's a state road.
My daughter will be happy about this. The other day we were driving through town. She's 5, and she's about to turn 5. And she was driving. We were driving through town, and she said, "Daddy, how come there's not more Christmas decorations around town?" And I was like,
Did
"I don't
you
know.
take
I'll
her
ask
down
Jose."
to the house?
She does
Drive
know who Jose
down.
is.
Yeah.
44 past Calvinado's.
Okay.
That first house right past Calvin's.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll drive
That
down
is
there.
the Christmas house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
okay.
that is our family pit stop on a nightly basis. I'm surprised I didn't get a ticket this winter because like I would drive past his house, turn around there, and like was that Hoot Owl Camp or
Oh, yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Turn around right there
Yeah.
and pull up. And we would sit in front of this guy's house for like 20 minutes
Yes, please,
every
yes,
night.
please.
And Emily's
We've
like
got a
hanging out
stalker
the
out front.
window, dancing.
You start
I'm like,
dri- you
we
start
are
driving off
back
and you
at
hear
the
police
house.
sirens.
Yeah. I would come in the door from work, and she would be like, "You want to go to the Christmas house?"
Christmas house.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, here we go again." So no, I didn't get a ticket. No one stopped.
No,
I
that's
was
good.
I was very excited about that, but I was waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, we actually are it's in phases. Some of it's cost, some of it's just getting kind of building up to the things that we want to do with lighting it up. We are looking at a whole lighting package there, which is another expense to us as far as how we're going to look the downtown with lampposts and take out the big other lights that they have out there, so it looks more small town, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big cost because we don't even have electric down the lines. They long story, but we don't have it anymore, and so we have to dig up all the sidewalks. But you got to fix the sidewalks too. So we have sidewalks we got to fix, get all the electrical down there, and then get the lampposts. So it's all coming. It's all part of phase 2. A lot of stuff that we got accomplished. But we've got for most people here listening to this program, we have $30 million that we're investing in the aquatic center and the property acquisitions. We have another $10 million that we're putting back in the city. And again, I'm going to say this with no raising of taxes. And I think for most people, especially you seem you have a ton of energy. You've got kids that want to see things here. You're one of many families that think the same way, Amilia. And I do think if you guys keep sharing the things, we're going to try to do everything we can within, cost-wise. But we do have a lot of good things started. But, well, we know, just as you mentioned today, more lights downtown, right? As you mentioned, your daughter wanted to see more. So we see these things. I think for us right now is let's just keep doing what we're doing. I think more people are going to continue to be proud of a town that's really got the revenues to do this, really. And they got people like you that care.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've been here a long time. You got a lot invested. And you're not going to braid my hair. Is that what I got?
No.
Chance of doing that.
Not happening.
Colors in
You
these
should
colors.
just grow out the sides. And
Hey,
then
so how
braid
about
those, just the sides.
so what do you think? What kind of colors do you think would work with me? Just gray is just going to have to be.
It's just your color.
It's just because I'm old.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Yes. Okay. She is saying that the host is an old man. Where's his walker?
Get some just for men up in here.
No. Yeah. Well, Amilia, I tell you what. Listen, I love your passion. I
Thank
do.
you.
I think you're that's contagious, and I think that's what I want more people to do. And I do. I love your honesty. Listen, I tell people I'd rather hear from you up front. I never want to do any of the social media stuff. I like your attitude. Come talk to me anytime. I've got your number. You got my number. But I think you're a small business here that wants to see more because, and I will tell you, with the growth of the city, potentially more people to come into all of our businesses here. We expect that we're going to continue to grow because people want to be in a place that has an aquatic center, amphitheater, all-inclusive playground, skate park, a really beautiful downtown area. Because that first corner there, Joe B. Hall and Buckman, is going to be the archway where we'll light up Shepherdsville right there. They'll have lights in that area there as well as in the park. We're going to continue to grow that, put more lights out there. We want it to be fun.
Yeah.
We are a good town. I think that it's the one thing that I noticed is there are a lot of people like you that just says it's about damn time.
Yeah.
And we want you to be a part of it, though. You're not a spectator. I can tell you want to be involved. So, you can write this down. We're going to put $1 million.
I don't have to write it down. She'll write it down.
Yeah, she'll write it down.
Come with a
She'll
list
come up
and
with
she'll be
see,
ready to go.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
I
listen,
can see why she's been open for 14 years now. She's
a go-getter.
Go-getter, yeah.
Hey, I can keep it going.
Yeah, well, listen, first of all, thank you for being here. Listen, I wanted to wish you the very best with your business.
Thank
I think
you.
you don't need that from me, but you're going to do well. But I do want you to continue to keep telling me things that you want to see because we are going to try to see as many things we can because I think you speak for a lot of people. I think you speak for people that don't have maybe your personality. See how nice I said that? Yeah. See, I got you.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Yes.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
It's on the good side of things. There you go.
They didn't even spell my name right this morning.
Oh, no.
I get very excited whenever I go get my coffee in the
Yeah.
morning and they spell my name right.
My wife's never right. Hers is Kirsten,
Yeah, good luck.
Kirsten, and it's all over the place.
Yeah. I'm like, they know me. They spelled it right.
They know you. I got it right today. All right. Well, anyway, listen. Thank you for being on the show today. And
Thank you.
I want to make sure you are like one of our all guests that come on the show. You got to say it. I know. I kind of lost a little bit in that. I was going to add and kind of go right into the love, peace, and grease, but I couldn't get there.
He said, "Come again."
Right. So let me slow it down for Eli. No, actually, what I was going to tell you is thank you for being here. And with all of our guests, we make them do one last thing. And so it's on 1, 2, 3. It's going to be
All right.
Love, Peace, Chicken Grease. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
1, 2, 3. Love,
Love,
Peace,
Peace,
Chicken
Chicken
Grease.
Grease.
Amelia, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
All right. Glad to have you.